Yeah, here. Hi, how you doing? My name is Guadalupe Contreras, and in this a video here, um, I want to mention that how does it feel, for a person that stutters? How does it feel? And so I'm gonna share, how I felt whenever I used to stutter, okay, and how horrible it is. You see how people feel whenever they stutter and what it does to you and what it does to people around you that hear you, or if you're with somebody, right? How they feel. Anyways, what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna use some experiences, that will help you to understand. Because I know that illustrations and experiences, right, tell what how they say that a picture, tells 1,000 words, right? Well, with stuttering, right, a picture don't even tell 1,000 words. Nobody could understand it. You know what I mean? Anyways, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna explain, how it feels with some illustrations and the experiences that I had whenever I was growing up. Okay, and here we'll start with the first one. The first one, I would say that whenever I went to go order food, right? Oh man, I would stop. I was on. Let me see. It's gonna be like a sporadic time. Nothing chronological order. I'll jump from childhood to middle age and adult, and you know, in between time. Thing like that. Because I feel something more randomly, right? I could use a script and sound like a manuscript talk. You know what I mean? But you want to get the sense of it. The gist of it, because I want you to know that it is, horrible, for a person that stutters, and I'll make you feel how I felt, because I'm pretty good at that, that studying psychology, you know. In fact, I had wanted to use the area, of the brain system, but it was, it's more doing research all kinds of time. But so what I'll do, I'll explain, right, what area is activated whenever that you stutter like that. And this is the area of the amygdala. Say like the amygdala is like this. It's like when you see a spider, right, and it's near you and it gets nearer to you. So what do? You make a plan either to kill it or move around it, right? So when you stutter, you can't do that. You're trapped. And imagine you're there stuck and the spider bites you. That's how it is when a person stutters. And from that, experience, it's every experience that they have. I was there ordering a hamburger. She goes, "All right, sir. So what's your order?" And I'm there, oh my God. And she goes, "Hamburger?" And I go, "Yeah, yeah." And then I go, fries? Yeah. And oh my God. And I go, "Well," I go, "Never mind." She goes, "No, no, no. It's all right, It's okay." She goes, "All right, look, all right, you want a hamburger, fries, and a Coke, right? Hamburger special, right?" In fact, you know what? I remember that before I ordered, right? I would stare around, checking around, checking around if there was no people behind me. Or, you know what? I was about to go up to the counter, right? And so I would look and see a car come and I would let them order. God, you know what I mean? And it was already 5 minutes. Somebody else would come, right? And I let them order, you know? So another 10 minutes. So sometimes I would wait there for half an hour because I did not want to order around people. And what I remember, you know, the restaurant, it was called Tommy's, you know, hamburger stand, you know. No. Yeah. It was called Tommy's. It was on Central Avenue in the city of Montclair at the time. You know, with my ex-wife, I was staying in Montclair. And I used to love to order them hamburgers for us, you know. And I would, you know, get out of the car, right? And I would stand and see who would come. And luckily, you know, people would come, you know, and order in the car and, you know, take off, right? But then, so I got up there, you know, that, and then, so I didn't see anybody in the back, right? And then all of a sudden, man, here comes the car, man. They hurried up and parked. She got out, you know, she goes, hey, dude, what's up, man? Order, hurry up. You know, she was in a hurry. I said, oh, man, somebody, I go, here. So I told her, here, go ahead, right? Because I don't want to order. Embarrassed to talk in front of people, you know. See, that's the way a stutterer feels. You know what? They put themselves in the way of the spider. I say, it doesn't matter. Seriously, that's what they go through. They get bitten. And you see, and it hurt. It hurts a lot. It hurts a person, right? You know what I mean? And then she goes, no, it's all right. No, man. You're a cool dude. You know what? You look, you know, all right. You know, order. And I'm right there, you know, and I go, oh my God. And the lady, a nice lady, right? She goes, here, okay, you know, hamburger special, right? Okay, you know. In fact, right, every time I would go over there, what she would do, she would help me, you know. The lady, she would help me out, you know. I knew her schedule, right? And I would go when she was there. And you know what? She wouldn't even tell me nothing. She goes, hey, she goes, I know, don't worry, it's okay. She used to try to help me out, not from, you know, not from talking for me, but she knew it hurts. It hurts, you know, it hurts to talk. That's how much, you know. And then I go, oh man, thanks a lot, all right, thank you, you know what I mean? And I try to give her, man, like a tip. She goes, no, I don't need that, you know. And the other experience, right, I remember, you know, I was in my, I was what, 18, I think, yeah, 18, and then, so I went to Job Corps, right? And see, this experience here, or experiences, you know, because I'm going to share some, is not comical. These are the ones that are very hurtful, fearful, you know, and I try to avoid. And here's what happened. I went to Job Corps. Was there what 1982, I think, to 84. Anyways, I took out carpentry, welding. I got certified in trades, you know. And then, you know, after 6 months, the staff, they look for people that do good and they make them core members, you know, core members. You know, to every dormitory had different trades. Like over here, some were painters, and in this dorm, they had like what 6 dorms, you know, in that area there. It was a program for, you know, low-income people, you know. So I qualified for it. I went 1982. I went there, and they made me a core member without me even knowing it. You know, see, they gave us black jackets, you know, core member, you know, leader they put in the back, leader, you know. And so the staff called me in the room. She goes, here's your jacket. I go, for what? She goes, look, you're a leader now, you know, to help me out to control the staff, you know, the core members. And I go, I don't want this. She goes, yes, you do. Because it's extra pay for you each week that you get paid. And you get a lot of privileges to go in town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it'll help you out in your resume. The only thing though, right? we had to stand up after work, because see, we went to school for 2 weeks, and then the next 2 weeks we well, studied for our GED for 2 weeks, and then the next 2 weeks was our trade, right? Okay. So in the dorm, after dinner at 8 o'clock, every day at 8 o'clock, we had, no, at 9 o'clock, we had a checkup. So all the leaders had to, have a meeting with everybody in the dorm, and every dorm had like, what, 30 to 40 people in it, right? And so the leaders, me, I was one of them. We had like 60 leaders chosen. So every leader had, they switched off who would do roll call. Oh my God. I ignored it. What I would do, I would go and take a shower. Yeah. I would, because I had to, talk in front of, and I was an example. The only reason they let me be a dorm leader, because I had no write-ups. I was, they gave us, every month, they gave trophies out to people that were outstanding. They gave me a trophy for being outstanding, and they would give a trophy for the best, dresser in, job corps, the whole job corps. They gave me a trophy for that right there. And then they gave out trophies for assistant, helping other people, as a mentor. I would go and volunteer to do that, right? And you know what was my volunteering, right? The people that stuttered. Yeah. The head president of the place, he called me in one time because this guy, he wanted to commit suicide. He wanted to commit suicide because he stuttered. And they caught him too in the room. Yeah, I tell you, it is, how I'm saying, it's like a spider. Whenever that you don't want the spider to bite you, that's when you try to get out of the situation some way. It hurts yourself, or you try to commit suicide. Because that's the way it is with stuttering. The amygdala just traps you. And that, how I mentioned about the spider thing, right? The spider thing is like this. Your amygdala, when you see the spider, you try to move away, right? Or you try to kill it. A stutter, they'll sit there and let the spider bite them, because they can't. They cannot talk right. And see, that's the way it was. So when they asked me to go in there, I hated it. I tried to avoid it. I tried to hide from that right there. But they would find me. They would find me. Oh my God. I said, oh man, this is so crazy, man. They go, man, so they asked me to go in the office. And the president said, well, look, see, this is Guadalupe Contreras. He stutters. He goes, Guadalupe, tell, yeah, his name was Carlos, I think. Carlos or Abraham. I forgot his name. It was something like that. He goes, tell him, what do you do to encourage yourself, to keep living, to keep going day by day, besides committing suicide? Because that's what he wants to do, because he stutters. Could you imagine that? A person wanting to die because he stammers. I could, because hey, I'm telling you, it was terrible. Anyways, I told him this. I go look at. I explained about the the spider thing, that I looked at stuttering like a spider right there. But for me, right, I go, look, whenever that you get bitten, you try to go find the medicine for the poison, right? And what was my medicine? Crying. Yeah. I would sit there and cry, at night. Man. And you see, I remember, man, that I sat down, I said, you know what? God, man, I need to change, you know? And I said, look, I'm not, maybe I talk differently, but I'm not gonna give up. You know what I mean? And I could pronounce it, but slower. It's gonna just take longer. That's it. And I looked at it as, you know, that one program, I seen that old cartoon, like it was a rabbit, right? And, you know, who was it? The rabbit and the turtle, right? I looked at myself, you know, like the turtle. And even though that they made fun of me, right, you know, and I couldn't order the food I wanted, you know, I'll make a video on that right there too in time. Even though I felt like that, you know, and what helped me out, I don't know, it was just something around me that I felt. I don't know, there was just this strange feeling around me that I couldn't see, but put it in my mind and said, you know what, don't give up. And I think it was my instinct, my conscious instinct, because I was a good person. Not was, I am, you know? And I told that guy, look, you know, about the turtle, and even though if they laugh at you and it hurts, just accept it, man. Accept it. And that, look, you could do it, but a little bit slower. That's it. Just stutter it out, talk it out, and people will understand. And what came to mind was ask, okay, if I say this to them slower, are they gonna hurt me? No, laugh at me, but I'm making them feel good. So even though that they laughed at me, right, it felt good to make them feel good, because I see that we were in the same situation. He was there too. He was low income family, you know, parents were, you know, very poor. He's in the same situation I am. It's just out, you know, people needed me around to make them feel better. That's the way I looked at it. And it worked. And it worked for him too. And the president said, man, thank you, Loopy. Thank you so much. Because he goes, we would have probably had to close this program down if he would have killed himself. And I go, what? God, man, that's not, you know. So after that, you know, I talked to him, and, you know, me and him stuttered together. So anyways, back to, you know, how I feel. I mean, I would say, well, the video is going on 18 minutes already, you guys. And I know the short attention span that we have, you know. I'm going to stop right here, okay? I'm going to make the next one, you know, the next vid. And, you know, it's going to be about, you know, that air control. What helps you to, you know, stop, you know, air control. And with the practical sessions I'll give you. Okay, I'm gonna close it. You know, thanks, you know, and I don't have to tell you to click it if you like it or subscribe. You automatically know what to do, right? For, you know, somebody, man, that cares for you. You know, you take care, right? And I'll see you in the next vid.